Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be doing a Sephora haul update. So I really want to get this up before the Sephora sale, just in case you wanted to buy any of these things when you were just curious about my final thoughts on the products. So yeah, make sure to subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it. And if you want to see my final thoughts on all these products, then just keep on watching. I'm going to keep these pretty fast because there's a lot to go through. Like a lot, so I'm gonna keep these pretty quick, like kind of like my rapid reviews. So yeah, first thing I want to talk about though, I didn't get in my previous Sephora haul, but I just picked this up because I just couldn't wait for the sale. I was so excited to get this and I knew it was going to sell out, which it did, and I didn't know if it was going to be restocked, but he did announce that it is going to be restocked, so make sure to keep a lookout. You might be able to get some money off during the Sephora sale. So I did pick up, hold on, mine's super dirty. I picked up the Patrick Ta Major Headlines Blush Palette. If you know me, you know that I love his major, I think it's the Major Headlines Blush Duos. I can't remember, but as soon as I seen this, I knew I wanted to pick it up. I absolutely love this. So I literally just got this yesterday. So I did use this shade yesterday, and then I used this shade today. I feel like if you look at this color, it's gonna look really deep for fair skin, but I promise you, if you go in with a light hand and kind of tap it off on the back of your hand, you can use any blush color that you want. So just because it looks a little deep, don't let it steer you away. I'm obsessed with this blush palette. I'm so glad I picked it up, and I cannot wait to use this pink. These are just like his regular blush duos, so if you like those, or if you've been dying to try this out, I definitely recommend picking this up when it gets restocked. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the non-makeup related items first because I do have a few. So the first thing is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. I already mentioned this in my Sephora haul because this kind of was like a repurchase. By the way, I'm not mentioning repurchases because it's obvious that I like them if I just bought like more colors or just like repurchased it. So I'm not gonna mention that in this video. But obviously, I love the Boom Boom Cream. It smells amazing. It's just so delicious. I love putting this on. It smells so good. And yeah, I'm definitely picking up the big size because I know every holiday they do come out with the big size of this. So definitely picking that up. And then I have the Pharmacy Honeymoon Glow 12% AHA BHA Resurfacing Serum. I really like this. I don't use this a ton. I probably use it twice a week, and I do actually really like it. It is expensive. It doesn't smell that great. I will say, like, this isn't something you're gonna want to put on and like to smell delicious, but it's really a good exfoliating lotion because while it is a lotion, it is kind of nourishing, but it's also really, it's good for like dark spots. If you kind of get like the what are they, like the strawberry skin, it's really good for that. It's good for helping with like razor bumps, ingrown hairs. The KP is like the main thing it is like made for, like the texture under the skin bumps. So yeah, I really focus this like on my arms and on my thighs because that's kind of where I like notice like kind of like the rough texture that sometimes I feel like exfoliating just isn't enough. Like I did say in my Sephora haul, you do not want to use this after you shave. It will burn, it will sting because it is exfoliating. So that exfoliating like acids is going to sting and irritate the skin. So don't do this right after you shave your legs. Definitely save this for like a couple days after you've already shaved your legs. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this, and I feel like I have been noticing a difference. I don't know if it's this or if it's just like over time, but I do have like a spider bite on my leg that I had like 2 years ago. And I know it takes like a couple years for a spider bite to fully heal and go away, but I really noticed a difference after I started using this, like with the dark pigmentation, because it kind of just looked like a bruise after it healed, and it's almost pretty much gone. So I don't know if it's this or if it's just a coincidence, but yeah, I've been really enjoying this. The last body product is the Fenty Skin Butter Drop Whipped Oil Body Cream. So I actually am going to pick up a refill during the sale. And I did say in my Sephora haul that this doesn't have a scent, but when you put it on, it definitely does have like the slightest little scent. It's really not strong, and I don't feel like it lingers, but it does smell good in a way. Like normally I don't really like kind of like floral scents. That's kind of how I describe it. It's not like the Boom Boom cream where it's like warm and like vanilla and like very like decadent. This is more like perfumey, I guess, but it actually, I don't mind it. Normally I'm not for floral scents, but I actually kind of like the smell, and since it's so faint, it's not gonna like last all day long. But I actually do really like this. I said in my Sephora, if you don't like kind of thicker, a little bit of like a greasier lotion, you're not gonna like this. But if you want one that is slightly greasy, but it does eventually sink into the skin, it's not greasy all night long, it's just kind of greasy for like the first 10 minutes. I would say like 10 or 15 minutes, it's kind of greasy, but it gives you the most healthy lit from within glow, and it's so beautiful on the skin. If I haven't shaved my legs in a couple of days, I'll put this on and it looks like I just shaved my legs, unless you get real up close, you know. But like from far away, it looks like I just shaved my legs. So I do really love this for that lit from within glow. Last non-makeup related item is the Forever Mood candle set. So I do have one back here. I have Hey Big Head, so I am kind of like going through that one right now. I've already lit through one. The other ones I haven't tried yet, and I kind of have mixed emotions on these. So this entire set for the 4 minis, and you do get like this nice box. I will say the packaging is super nice and luxe. It's like $45. I will have the price in the video like I always do, but it's not cheap for these mini sizes, and they're very mini. Like, see, like they're pretty small. I think that the hours for this candle for like one of these is 36 hours. I could be wrong, I really don't remember, but they burn pretty fast. I've already burned through like almost half of this one. This one I really like. This one smells very nice. It's a very like that warm, kind of like your typical fall scent, but I love every fall scent that there is. So I really do enjoy this one. This one's a little bit more sweet. The other one that I have lit all the way through was Grown Folks Business. So to be honest, I don't love this one. It's very like a clean scent. Like it doesn't smell bad. Like the scent doesn't bother me. I feel like this is a good one for like the bathroom because it's kind of like that cleaner scent. It's not super warm and like desserty. It just smells good. But I will say the throw on this one, I don't know what it was terrible. And I hate to say it because I know I actually like love Jackie Aina, and I really want to love these candles, but I don't know if they're worth the money. Maybe the bigger ones are better, but I just feel like $38 for a single wick candle is very pricey. So if you want to try it out, get it on sale, but I don't know. I'll have to light the other two and see how they burn, because this one burns really well in like my bedroom, like where I'm at right now. It's not very big, and I feel like it does, I can smell it through the entire room and it smells really good. But like the other day I had it lit in the living room. I didn't smell a thing. Nothing. The only time that I ever smelled this candle was whenever I was right up close to it. That's the only time I could smell it. So this will not like, what is the word? This will not like smell up a huge room. So that's a kind of another thing to think about. Now, if you're just going to put it in a bedroom, you will be able to smell it. But like in your living room, your kitchen, you're not going to be able to smell it unless you're like right up on it. And then this one, even in like my bedroom, I could not smell this one unless I was right up on it. So the throw on them are not the best. They're expensive. So I would try the minis before you invest in like one of her actual candles. But I do really like this one. This one I really like. This one I didn't like at all. And then I'll have to try the other two and see how I like those. But as of right now, I'm kind of meh on her candles. But maybe the bigger ones are better and they have a better throw, because people seem to love these candles. So maybe I got a bad batch. Maybe the bigger ones are better, but yeah. Okay, now on to makeup. So I'm first going to start off with my brushes that I bought. I thought I'd give like a quick update. I honestly love all of the brushes that I got. None of them are disappointing. I use them every single day. So first off, I did get the Fenty Beauty 125 face shaping brush. Love, 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 love this for blush. I feel like it's fluffy enough that it really helps to blend in the blush. It's also small enough that you don't get blush everywhere. So when I just want kind of more of a pinpoint blush and I really want to like blend out and look beautiful, I'll use this one. So I really do like this one. The Huda Beauty Sculpted Shade Brush. Love this for contour. Like, I love it for contour and bronzer. I did use it today. I've been using it non-stop. It's just, it's soft, it's dense, it picks up the product really well, it helps to really blend it. This is great if you like to contour your nose or like your eyes. I've been using it to like, on a natural day, just use the cream contour and just kind of carve out the eyelids. So love that blush, that brush. I love my Makeup by Mario brushes. These are some of the softest brushes that I own. They aren't super heavy, which I kind of like. Just because a brush is heavy doesn't mean it's great quality. But I just feel like they're really soft. They blend out really well, and I love all of these, and I think that they're definitely worth the money. And then I have my two Rare Beauties. This one is the foundation, this is the concealer, but like with any of these, you could use these brushes for anything you want, any brush. You can use it for whatever your little heart desires. But I've been using this one for foundation, concealer, bronzer, blush, whatever. Today, did I use this for concealer? No, I used the Makeup by Mario for foundation and concealer. So great for all of them. Love this one for the eyes and kind of more of like a pinpoint blending. So yeah, all of these brushes are fantastic. Now moving on to the actual makeup. I'm going to go through this pretty fast. So the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation in the shade 090. This is a good foundation, okay? It lasts a really long time. It has a medium buildable coverage. I like to keep at that medium coverage. And even if you build this up, there's something about this that just looks like second skin. Like, it just sinks into the skin so nicely, blends out really easily, lasts a long time, doesn't get oily, but it kind of gives you like this satin matte finish. It's not like a flat matte, and it just looks so natural and flawless on the skin. So I'm obsessed with this foundation. Talking about the concealer to this foundation. So I will say, like I said in my Sephora video, these are not, even though these are both 090, as you can see, they're definitely not the same color. And this one's a little bit warmer, but I really love this concealer. I will say it's kind of more, it's like a fuller coverage concealer, but the blendability on this concealer is amazing. It's so good for full coverage days. It's good for natural days because it just blends out like a dream. And just like the foundation, it just looks like second skin. Like if your skin was just like flawless, that's what these two do. So I've been really loving these, and this is what I have on today. Okay, and then we have the Anastasia, what is this concealer called? Magic Touch Concealer in the shade 1. I actually really like this concealer. This one is a very high coverage, at least on me. I feel like it's very, very high coverage. A little goes a long way with this one, but it's more hydrating than matte. I would say it's more like a satin finish concealer. It does last a really long time. I think it's good for like dry and oily under eyes. Just kind of like good for every skin type, because even though it's that fuller coverage, it is still more of a hydrating concealer, but it doesn't get oily on me. It looks really nice on the skin, and a little goes a long way with this one. So yeah, really good concealer. And then we have the One Size Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer in the shade Fair 2R. So I have heard that these do run pretty yellow, so I did pick up the shade R just because I thought that'd work better for me. But I do really like this concealer too. These kind of remind me a lot of each other, but this one is definitely more matte. This one is definitely more of that like full glam concealer. Now, of course, you can use less product and keep it like more natural, but I would say if you want something more hydrating, go with the Anastasia. If you want something more matte and long wearing, go with the One Size. Because even though this one is very long wearing, I just feel like because this one sets down so fast and it's so matte, it's a very foolproof concealer. So I do really like this one, especially for like my longer days where I really need my makeup to last. But one thing I will say about this concealer, like if you notice in my first impressions, is that it does set down pretty fast. So I wouldn't like do concealer then go do my bronzer because it's gonna set before you're like able to really blend it out. So you do have to work pretty quickly with the one size, but it's still a really good long-lasting matte concealer. Just for reference, I will probably say out of the 3 concealers, I think the Lancome is my favorite, just because it is long-lasting like all of these, but the blendability is just insane on this concealer. So yeah, and I also feel like the Lancome would be really good for mature skin as well. Okay, moving on, I have one powder. This is the One Size Turn Up the Base Versatile Foundation Powder. This has been my go-to. Okay, I love this powder. I actually still haven't used it as a powder foundation, so I can't really say anything on that. But as like a setting powder, it is amazing. I feel like you can do, sometimes on my natural days, when I just had concealer on and I'm just wanting to set it really fast and head out the door or just like be on my way, I'll just take a little bit of like this Makeup by Mario brush. I'll just pat it, tap it off, and pat it under the eyes and be good to go. It's mattifying, it's blurring, it's such a like, I don't know, sometimes when you use a powder foundation to set the face, especially the under eyes, it gets heavy, it gets cakey, it doesn't look good, but this one works for that. You can set this with for your under eyes. Now, I don't love it if you like pile it on a sponge and then pack it on, because where it is a foundation, you get a ton of coverage, and sometimes I feel like that will look a little heavy. But just doing like I did, where I just took it on a brush and patted it over the skin, it doesn't look heavy, it doesn't look cakey, it's just blurred and mattified. It's a good touch-up powder, it's a good powder to set the under eyes, it's a good finishing powder. This actually might be one of my favorite Holy Grail pressed powders. It's the best. Okay, I have a lot, as you remember, a lot of bronzers, creams, blushes to go through, so I'm gonna get through those real fast. So first thing is the Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Blush Stick in the shade Earthy Pink. Love this. Easy to blend. Hold on, I'll just show you real fast. It just like blends in like a dream. I mean, it blends into the skin so effortlessly, looks so natural, and just like a beautiful flush of color on the skin, and I'm absolutely obsessed with this color. I love using this for like an everyday rosy pink. So yeah, so good. Love the formula of his sticks, even his Soft Sculpt shaping stick in the shade Light. Love the color. It's like a warm neutral. It's not too cool, it's not too warm, it's just that perfect neutral that you could contour with, you could bronze with. I just love this. And again, his formula blends out like a dream. Like, it just blends out so easily. I've even like drawn these on the face, which you know I hardly ever do, but these blend out so easily that I'm able to. So obsessed with these. And, let's just go on with the Makeup by Mario stuff. So I do have his highlighters. I'm wearing these today. I really don't know if you're even gonna be able to see it, but I have the shade Pearl, oof, and the shade Opal. So that is what they look like. I will say Opal does have a little bit more glitter in it. They are so like creamy and soft. They look so skin-like on the skin. They don't look like that stripe of highlight. Now you can keep these at pretty natural, and then you can build them up to pretty blinding. So those are my favorite type of highlighters, because some days I want that blinding highlight, some days I want the very lit from within glow. So the lightest one is Opal, and then we have Pearl. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that Opal does have a little bit more glitter. So if you don't mind the glitter and you kind of like that pearly shade, if you're very fair like I am, you're gonna really like this one. But if you kind of like more of that, how would you describe it? This Pearl shade, I don't see any like visible glitter. It's just like a very skin-like highlighter. So if you kind of like that, you can go with this one. It kind of has that like goldy pink sheen to it. And yeah, I'm obsessed with both of these. If you're fair, both of these will work for you, because I'm very fair and I love both of these shades. I probably use Pearl more than Opal, but yeah, obsessed with these. Okay, and then we have his bronzer. Again, I'm obsessed with this entire collection. Everything is just so good, so smooth, so blendable. Just like his sculpting stick, this is a very good neutral bronzer. It doesn't lean, I'm gonna have to really build this up. It doesn't lean too warm, it doesn't lean too cool. It blends out on the skin really nicely. I feel like it's pigmented without being too pigmented, so it's kind of more of a buildable formula. If you like the Fenty Beauty, if you like the Kylie, if you like the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer, you're gonna really like this one, and they have a good color range. So yeah, love that one. And then the last thing from his collection is the blushes. So I actually will say I've used this one a lot more than this one. I think I've used Poppy Pink like once, which I don't know why. This is like a color of my dreams. But I really, really love his blushes. Again, I feel like they're more... They are like a matte blush, but again, I feel like they look very skin-like and they blend into the skin really nicely. And he has a lot of colors. I feel like a lot of his colors do lean pretty pink. I would say that the warmest one is this one, which is Creamy Peach. So yeah, again, really, really good. They are pigmented, so go in with like a light hand, but a really good formula. Then I'll go ahead and talk about like the Anastasia stuff, because I do have like a few things from that. So the Anastasia Cream Bronzer in Sunkissed, if you watched my video, you know that I wasn't the biggest fan of the color. It just leaned very, almost like a yellowy kind of beige. Like if you can see, it's almost like a greeny yellow. But you guys, I kind of like it now. There's a really, really heavy swatch of it. So as you can see, it does have like a kind of a very warm yellowy undertone, which I'm not really used to. Normally, again, I go for like the more neutral shades, but I kind of like it. Like in a weird way, I kind of like it now. I don't know, the color kind of grew on me. I kept using it. I feel like it almost looks a little bit natural. I don't know, it's just weird. I kind of like it now. And the formula on these are really, really nice. They do blend into the skin really easily. I have no problems with blending with these. If you can find a color that works for you, these are really, really nice. I will say I don't think this color is going to work on every fair skin tone person. But like I said in my video, going over top of it with like the Makeup by Mario or more of like a neutral kind of bronzer, it kind of helps to color correct that shade. But again, for some reason now, I kind of like the color. It's growing on me a little bit. It looks very natural on the skin. I don't know. But yeah, so again, this is why I do the Sephora haul updates, because I didn't like the bronzer and now I like it. So yeah. Then we have the cream blushes. I love these cream blushes. Again, I've been drawing these on my face and just blending them out for like those quick makeup days. Now if I'm still like, I got time to do some glam, then I'm still gonna like do it on my hand, get a brush, because I just feel like you get the most seamless blend doing it that way. But if you're in just a quick pinch, these go great. Okay, you can just kind of draw these on, blend these out. They blend super easily. They remind me a lot of the Makeup by Mario sticks. But yeah, so I'll just swatch it. I have Peachy Keen and Pink Dahlia. I love these shades. I honestly wouldn't even mind getting more of these in the Makeup by Mario blushes, but I keep telling myself, yeah, I have enough. Just enjoy what you have. But yeah, I've been obsessed with those, loving those for like the everyday. And again, they have a lot of good colors. So yeah, I have nothing else to say, but they're really, really nice and they blend so easily on the skin. The Huda Beauty Tantor in the shade Fair. So I never tried this for years and years and years because that's dramatic. For like the past few years whenever this came out, but I love this. For like my more fuller glam days, I really like this. Now this is pigmented, so a little goes a long way with this. It's kind of like the other ones that I've mentioned where it is warm, but it still has that kind of cool undertone, so you could contour, you could bronze with it, whatever you feel like doing. But I really, really like this. I have been using this a ton because it blends so nicely on the skin. It just blends very, very easily. Now, since I am pretty fair and these do run kind of dark, I do go in with like a light hand, blend it out on my hand, and then just kind of go on. They blend out super easily. I don't like take this and then draw it on. I just blend it out just like this. Hold on, I'll blend it out. See, like as you can see, that blended out really easily and it doesn't look too dark on the skin. So if you're fair, you've been scared of this, I would just try it out. Maybe go in stores, swatch it to me. So yeah, it might not work for you, but I really ended up liking it. Last cream bronzer is this Say Sun Melt Light Bronze. Again, it's kind of like the Huda Beauty. I kind of did not think this color was going to work for me, but it did. I used it today. It's very like a balmy texture, kind of like the Tower 28 blushes where it's kind of balmy when you touch it. And it does lean pretty warm, almost kind of like a reddy warm shade, but I really like this since it is kind of that balming texture. It blends out really nicely. You can put it on pretty sheer. So I feel like this color would work for quite a few from like fair to light. So yeah, I ended up really liking this and the color really does work for me where it is kind of more of like a sheer balmy texture. So yeah. Then I have the Glowish Bronzer. Nothing much to say here. It's just like a glowy bronzer. If you tried the Kosas, then you'll like this. It doesn't have like a ton of pigment to it. Like as you can see, it's pretty light, but I like to just use this as a bronzer topper. I did use this over my bronzer, kind of more of like to give you that lit from within glow. If you like a glowy bronzer, you'll like this. If you've tried the Kosas, you'll like this. So yeah. Then I have one last cream product, which is the Fenty Beauty Cream Bronzer. To be honest, I've only used this like once or twice. I don't think that it's my absolute favorite formula, but it is good. So yeah, it's nice. Not my favorite. Probably won't pick up more shades. But yeah, again, kind of more with a disappointing product. The Pat McGrath Divine Blush in the shade Cherish. I was a little disappointed by this. I've only used it a few times. I don't reach for it. It's not my favorite formula. There's nothing wrong with it. It's pigmented. It looks nice on the skin. It blends easily. It's just not worth $38. I won't buy another color. It's not worth it. I was really blown away by it because I love the color range and all the colors they had to choose from. I feel like they had some really unique colors. And maybe it's just the color I got, but I don't know. I'm a little bored by this blush. It's just not worth the money. I think there's better blushes out there. The Makeup by Mario ones I like way more than this one. So yeah, I feel like maybe it's the color I got. I don't know. Just kind of let down by this one. I feel like if you have one, you don't really need another. So yeah, maybe if you want to try it, pick up the blush trio that she has for the holiday. Okay, last thing, lip products. So I've already mentioned I'm obsessed with these Milk Cosmetics lipsticks. The packaging is amazing. It's a very luxurious looking lipstick and I love the colors. So I do have nude and tease. So that is what they look like. That's nude and then there's tease. Formula is really nice. It's a nice creamy matte. Nothing bad to say about them. Pigmented, creamy, matte, not drying, lasts a good time. I really like these. Then I have the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. Again, I'm wearing Kim KW today. And yeah, I really like these. Kim KW is a little bit more of like a satin shade. And then you have the Pillow Talk, the infamous Pillow Talk, which I've been wearing. And we have Very Victoria. So yeah, super obsessed with these. I love her formula. Kind of want to get more during the sale because she just has such a creamy matte formula and I love her satin formula as well. So yeah. Then I have two more lipsticks, then we're done. So I'm literally sweating. It's so hot in here. I have the Fenty Beauty Heat Gloss. They just came out with more shades, which I kind of wish I would have waited, but I also really love this like sheer red shade. So this is plumping. This is kind of like, the Heat name definitely goes well with it. So there's a pretty heavy swatch. It's just like a sheer wash of red color. This is spicy. It's definitely spicy. If you don't like plumping lip glosses, you're not going to like that. But it's not like the Too Faced. It's not like the Buxom. It's not minty, but it's not as like tingly as the Too Faced. It's literally more of just like if you ate like hot Cheetos and you just got it on your lips and that kind of like burning feeling. That's what it feels like. But It's a nice gloss and I like plumping glosses, so I knew I was going to like it. Then we have the Lawless Forget the Filler. I kind of already talked about this. I really like this as kind of like a lip balm. Like I kind of just like wear it throughout the day when I do my makeup. It's pretty thick, like pretty thick, but it just feels nice on the lips. Since it is more thicker, it does last quite a while, and yeah, I like it. The only thing I will say is I feel like you get like no product, or maybe I'm just crazy, but yeah, really like it. Love the doe foot on it and how it's like kind of curved. So yeah, that was everything I wanted to mention, I hope. And it was pretty speedy reviews. Like I said, I just really want to like get through them because there was so much, and I just kind of want to give you like a fast, rapid review. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!